e-volve is about creating community for online players, but also for multi-channel players who are looking to optimise their online presence, and equally importantly for traditional travel agencies.
We've brought together here 70 customers from 22 markets, and we're going to spend a lot of time with them building a community to talk about how we innovate together. This is a very exciting event. It's the first of its kind where we're bringing together really an OTA community with the GDS.
It's about providing a forum for those different types of travel agencies to share best practice.
Welcome to the e-volve Online Summit. Our own consumer travel research, it finds that travelers are overwhelmed with the amount of information that is available, and in just a couple of clicks, they're struggling to find fast, good, friendly advice. Just to highlight a few, 34% of leisure travelers found the time it takes to research options frustrating. 19% of leisure travelers found the overwhelming amount of information frustrating. And it's not just the shopping stage where discontent is shown. The entire booking process is coming under fire. So while the web unleashed a huge sea of potential and has created massive opportunity and massive change, it also has created massive challenges that still need to be solved. There are 418 million internet users, which represents a penetration in this continent of 52%. By comparison, in Asia, the number is 740 million, and that's only a 19% penetration. If you just think about the growth of the shifting in demographics, it's unbelievable. This presents both risks and opportunities for all of you.
The problem with consensus building, and I tell all the clients, is it's worthless consensus building if what? If it's wrong. And where you need to look instead of the other 6 or 12 people in your room is what are people, everyday people, doing out there? This chaos is not a story we invented. This is an actual depiction of new kinds of behavior out there. So you have to do a lot of these things. Chaos calls, your challenge, hero or zero, and escaping is not an option. So we're going to explore several examples. Social media, number one, Facebook's Open Graph, Social Graph, their new places, location-based services, mobile, augmented reality, Apple's iTravel, and Google and ITA travel software. In 5 years, more users will connect to the internet over mobile devices than over PCs. Half of the world's teenagers watch television content on a laptop, and a third of them are simultaneously online with either Facebook or Twitter. Do you think that behavior is going to affect your business? And TripAdvisor took the lead using Facebook's Open Graph. Let me show you how it works. So once again, you sign into a site. This time TripAdvisor using Facebook Connect. This connection establishes, you see this, a two-way real-time communication between TripAdvisor and Facebook. The two sites are talking to each other about your profile. These sites are so popular, they have so many members, they have so much traffic, and 100% of the usage is on what? Smartphones. The elegant marriage of social media and GPS pinpoints where you are. The significance for travel is unbelievable. It's stunning.
The most interesting subject is obviously the social media, where the majority of the websites today is trying to incorporate some modules or application that involve social media, either Facebook or Twitter, or some other applications.
I thought it was a fantastic opening presentation in terms of current trends and vision of where things are going. Very, very inspiring and thought-provoking.
I hope to connect with all those important people from Travel Board and elsewhere, and it looks like a great event.
and we look at IPO market themes, again, IPO markets are way, way off from where they were in sort of the dot-com bubble in 2000, and then again sort of on the leveraged buyout fueled craze that we've seen 2006, 2007. We're at about sort of 20% of peak volumes, call it 30, 35% of normalized volumes. I mean, think about where the strengths and weaknesses of your business are, and don't think about that 2 weeks before you bring in an advisor and start sending out information packages. Think about it in advance. Identify those strengths and weaknesses. Look at your business strategy, where are some of the holes, and then start to execute these initiatives. I've got a short IPO checklist here, which my equity capital markets colleagues were kind enough to provide me with. The key difference between a sale process and an IPO process is an IPO process is more prescriptive, there's more documentation requirement. Obviously, you're not selling only to preparation, and structured preparation and getting people involved early is even more relevant in an IPO than in a private sale. But ultimately, the way to think about an IPO or private sale, or even a process where, frankly, you want to run one against the other, which is now sort of, a very topical point. It's called a dual-track process. All of that can be done, but ultimately it's going to be futile if you're not ready and you don't ultimately know what you want from such a process.
Our online sales channels are really important to us. Since launching a European capability on our own website, 20% of our customers choose to come directly to us via virginatlantic.com. Online travel agents represented in this room, like yourselves, are incredibly important to us. Effectively, along with the GDS providers, you put us in front of the customer in a way we simply couldn't afford through traditional sales channels.
Basically, online presence. It's wide scope from our own website to frequent flyer to search engine optimizations to partnerships to social network to mobile, corporates, SMEs, traditional agents, affiliates, and OTAs. We're open to all of this with partnerships. More customers driving more revenue during more time at a less cost. Very simple, right? So we need to partner to do this. The online is easier to do this, but the technology today does everything. Now the managers need to start using technology instead of being used by technology.
Travelport made revolutionary changes in our market.
I like the openness and I like the discussions, and they are really a big partner.
For me, to be able to have a voice within such a large organization so they can hear me, change what they make wrong, and see how we can work together better in the future is what has made the difference. It was the primary reason we chose WorldSpan and Travelport.
Hotels do need OTAs, but it's all about, it's proportional to the amount of value that you can add. So when the economic situation is such that the market is difficult and it's difficult to fill the rooms, and pricing is down, then by all means the hotels are going to be more flexible to the sort of distribution practices. But as the market conditions get better, you need to be more articulate and clear about the value proposition you bring.
Over all the Travelport channels, you can now book any of these 130 suppliers available today. But in addition to that, you can say, okay, I have certain areas I would like to grow, for example, in Brazil or in India or wherever, and I have local suppliers, can you please plug these in? In the past, Travelport, obviously, technically, it was very difficult to do this. And now, through this partnership, Travelport can offer any of the suppliers worldwide. Within a week, really, we can get a new one live, and as a result, can stay relevant and compete effectively with meta search.
So first of all, eNet. eNet is a global payment hub. It facilitates accepting all forms of payments at a very, very low cost for you. We're just in the process of implementing the global authorization with Travelport for all three cores, WorldSpan, Apollo, and Galileo, replacing 11 separate companies, and all of the credit card authorization transactions will come through us. So with the hundreds of millions of transactions that equates to, we have significant global best pricing available, which we can pass on to you.
Constant discussions with you if we don't have your business, that we're trying to get your business. And one of the ways that we can help with that is to help out on the marketing and advertising side as well. So kind of a package of things that we're trying to wrap together around to really, be more than just a big pipe from which you get all of your shopping and inventory, pricing, and booking capabilities, but something where we can help you in the marketplace to grow your brand, to grow your footprint, to grow your market presence.
Moving forward, we need to think of more progressive ways to become self-sufficient with availability data, reducing even further that reliance on real-time polling, whether it be called availability calculation in-house, understanding how yield management rules are applied within carriers to calculate availability and bringing that into our own data center so we don't have to go and ask the carrier every time, or is it working with carriers for them to push us availability data so we can clone a copy of what it is they're using in their own systems to, again, negate us having to ask the question every single time.
You need to have one place, one consistent source, one consistent record for all of the elements in that booking, for management information perspective, but also so that you can go along and amend the booking if you need to afterwards. And we've built that technology. That's what we're calling our universal record. And of course that puts you, our customers, in a position where actually there's one pipe that you can code to and connect to that gives you access to content from multiple sources.
What I really love is the strategical way of thinking, and actually this is what we all have to do as managers to way further and step further. Especially in online business, we need this kind of flexibility. Generally, it's a great get-together. I really love that there are many people from all over the world. We can share really a lot of important informations where we normally would not meet.
We're in the process of making our GDS decision and who we partner with, and it's been really insightful to find a GDS that's really thinking about online travel, the way that is in a forward-looking and innovative way and not very traditional. Some of the sessions have been very powerful in terms of validating the direction that the space is taking overall, and I really appreciate the focus on online specifically and some of the innovation and forward thinking that Travelport is taking. I think the conference has brought together a number of very interesting people from around the world, and the sessions have been very engaging. The venue is fantastic. It's been extremely well organized, and what's not to like about being in Monte Carlo.
e-volve Online Summit is a customer advisory board. We try to create a two-way communication between us and our customers. We concentrated a lot on the preparation, especially on the agenda side.
It was quite phenomenal. I hadn't quite expected what we saw. We had clients talking to clients about how they could do business together. We introduced our partners and our companies like eNet, who are doing some phenomenal stuff that nobody quite understood, but now they do.
Our panel discussion was very much appreciated by our guests, and this is great on our side.
And they were so looking forward to the next one and finding out more about what we're doing, how we're doing it, and being their partner. So it was quite incredible.